Welcome to the Mindfulness broadcast, everyone. My name is Tiffany Grimes, and I'm the CEO and founder of Empower Coaching and Training. I want to get us going this morning. I have been thinking just so much about, life and I was going to say life work balance, which I kind of think is hokey pokey. I just don't think there is such a thing as a perfectly balanced life, work life, personal work situation. I think it's much more about really being aware of where I'm putting my energy and being intentional about it. So sometimes I might have a lot more of my energy focused on work because there's exciting projects or areas that need my attention or things I'm just like obsessed with that I want to bring into the world. And it means by default, I'm neglecting, some things either in my personal life, like friendships, how I spend my evenings, maybe time with my family, energy into art and creating and crafting in my garden. And so it's just by default, I think, along with sleeping and eating and all of those things, I can't in one day or don't want to in one day try to balance out where I'm putting things, but rather just be very intentional about it and making sure that it aligns with my values and what I want. And so knowing, okay, I'm actually going to draw back from this a little bit and turn over here. To me, that's balance. I think it's not the necessarily giving everything equal parts of me, but rather in balance with my values and my energy, and knowing that that's going to look really different. So anyway, that was a little side note. I've been thinking a lot about that lately. And what comes on the other side of that, as I'm thinking about work-life balance, my version of work-life balance, thinking about this question of how am I measuring success, right? So how do I know I'm doing it right? My version of right, what my version of balance is, how do I know I'm actually do that? And how am I measuring success? And bringing that into my own self-awareness bubble really helps me think about where I'm putting my energy and where I'm putting my time and where I'm putting my thoughts. And is that what I want? So for me, I am a list maker. I love a good to-do list. I love the checking it off. And like many of you, after I've achieved things, if they aren't on my list, I just go ahead and put that on my list so I can feel that sense of accomplishment of checking it off. I love that. And so where I know I'm putting my energy is what's on that list and what am I checking off? And so often what's on that list is it's work. It's meeting set with so-and-so and following up from the meeting with so-and-so and getting a meeting with so-and-so and following up on these projects. And when I look at that list, it's a beautiful place for me to capture what am I prioritizing right now? And is that, again, like I think about that, is that where I want the bulk of my energy? And if not, how can I start putting things on my list so that I can measure that success, like a short getaway with my family or my partner, mornings in the garden during a certain time, over a weekend or during time off, taking 2 days off, using my PTO, completing that knitting project or the garden bed, or, putting those things on my to-do list and making sure that I'm really thinking about that is also success, right? Like signing that contract or working with these amazing people and getting projects done at work, absolutely how I want to measure progress. How many tomato plants I get in the garden, how many I then actually can and make into stewed tomatoes that I get to eat over the winter, also how I want to measure success, right? And so just thinking about those things, looking at your list, because it is a reflection of your priorities. And so Is it what you want? How are you measuring your own success? With that, let's get into our practice. You can close your eyes or you can take a soft gaze. And just allow your breath to soften and deepen, and just to penetrate every cell of your body. Feeling yourself in this present moment. Noticing anything that is niggling at your attention. Not letting it grab your attention, but just notice that it is trying to get your attention. So maybe a misfitting pair of shoes or the feel of a scratchy tag in your pants or your shirt. Maybe it's the sense of your breath going from high in your chest to low in your belly. Maybe it's an emotional state, a sense of being at peace, or the opposite, noticing contraction or ease. Noticing your thoughts, stories, and then allowing your breath and your body to get into a posture and a pattern of attentiveness. You might bring awareness to how your feet are attaching to the earth, where your shoulders are. You might lift the crown of the head. And then with a focused, self-aware energy, attentiveness, and posture, letting go of any judgment as it comes in, consider this question. How am I measuring success in my life? Let go of any shoulds, let go of any judgment, just observe. What are the habits? What are your patterns, day in and day out? How are you measuring success in your life? Just notice with a sense of curiosity, like you've just picked up some beautiful, slightly odd looking shell or rock on a beach. Look at it. Bring that same level of curiosity to this observation. How am I measuring success in my life? If you find that your mind isn't able to land on something, just anchor on your breath and listen, tucking this away in your mind, and it will come to you later. And as you explore the question, how am I measuring success in my life? What do you think about the answer? Are you pleased with that? Are you happy with that? Are you displeased? Are you surprised? Next question to ponder: how do you want to measure success in your life? And again, let go of any stories. Well, wouldn't that be nice? I can't because. Just let yourself explore. How would you like to measure success? And as you're exploring that, really working within those parameters of what you have control over, right? So if the how I measure success is that other people enjoy me, I can't control that, right? So what is it that I want to do? How do I want to maintain relationships so that I can be fully present for others? Might be a way to view that. And let those answers or observations just kind of sprinkle on to you and into you. Just noticing. We're going to stay here for just a moment thinking about how we want to measure success, what we want our to-do list to look like, where we want to prioritize, and just sit here for a moment. Breathe into it. Let it penetrate our neural pathways, our cells, breathing life into that. For some of you, you may find that it results in some sense of wanting to do something. I'm going to do this weekend, and that's great. And for some of you, it may result just in more questions, more curiosity, and that's great. Just allow whatever's there to be there. Remind ourselves how complex we are and how complex life can be and how easily we can be redirected away from what's really important to us. And so giving yourself gratitude this morning for showing up and just observing. As we close, take one final breath together, inhaling deeply with a lot of love, a lot of grace, a lot of kindness, and exhaling fully any self-criticism, judgment, just letting it go. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back together. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being here. Take care.